Hello and welcome back in this very awesome video. This is not a requested video, but this is a video that I wanted to do, and actually I received like a lot of suggestions and requests of I should do it. Do you remember the video that we made for the 3-cylinder SUV with a inline 3 engine, 2.3 or maybe 2.4 liter engine? Remember that? Yes, you can find the link in the video right now. You can press it to watch that video. And yes, I took that engine out of that SUV and I want to put it in a lightweight car, because that 3-cylinder engine is making 300 horsepower, so it's like 100 horsepower per cylinder, which is really awesome. And I want to use it in a track day car, in a track ready car. So I made it. So let me show you the specs for it. It has aluminum body or aluminum panels, monocoque chassis type, light advanced high strength steel chassis material, front transverse engine placement, McPherson strut on the front suspension, and multi-link rear suspension with +5 quality. This is the engine that I made before. It's inline 3 engine, aluminum silicon block, 100mm on the bore, 101.9mm on the stroke, which equals 2401cc engine, so it's a 2.4 liter engine. We have dual overhead camshafts with 4 valves per cylinder, aluminum silicon head material, the variable valve lift technology, with forged internals, as you can see, forged steel crankshaft, heavy duty forged connecting rods, and forged pistons with +8 quality. I'm using 9.0 to 1 on this engine for the compression ratio, and 31 on the cam profile, and 82 on the VVL profile. I'm also using variable valve timing on all cams with +1 quality. Single turbocharger with ball bearing, custom turbocharger, 44mm on the compressor, 34mm on the turbine, or 34.3. The air ratio is 1.36 and max boost of 13.4 psi with a 446 horsepower supporting intercooler and +1 quality. Direct fuel injection with single throttle body and standard intake manifold. I'm actually wondering why I'm using standard, because this is a track racing car, track day car. I'm gonna choose performance, pull out a little bit of ignition. That's good. So we have more power right now, actually, because this engine used to be in an SUV, and since I'm making it for a track day car, no, it should be a little bit. This engine should be a little bit louder. So let's call it track. Alright, let's move on. Let's see, everything is good. This is the exhaust system. Since this is a racing car, I'm not gonna bother with the first muffler. Which is better? I'm gonna go with a single straight through muffler at first, and leave the second one open. Let's see what else. The exhaust diameter is 3-inch, good. Bypass valve, single shortcast single header, 3-way Carla converter, and or 76.2mm on the exhaust diameter. That's perfect with +11 quality. So this is the final result with these modifications: 304 horsepower, 304.7 horsepower, and 274 pound-feet of torque. The engine is reliable, it's efficient. I'm using nearly all the octane. It's a little bit heavy, but it's made from aluminum silicon and forged internal, which will make it lightweight. It's not heavy at all if you compare it to other 2.4 liter engines. The emissions are low, which is good. The engine has a sporty noise to it with a little bit of quietness, which is good. Throttle response is very good, and let's see, smoothness. It's not really a powerful point for 3-cylinder engines. That's why luxury cars they cannot use inline 3 cylinders, because they are low on power, and of course they are not smooth at all. And of course they will be like a laughing stock if they chose that. So I want to do another modification, since this is a racing track day car, which is going for a throttle per cylinder setup. Pull out a little ignition. 310 horsepower. Now that's good. That is really good. 310 horsepower. Alright, perfect. And since we have a little bit of octane room, let's add a little bit of boost, 13.6, which will give us 270 pound-feet of torque and 310 horsepower. Let's fire it up. This is how it looks now with the new modifications: carbon fiber intake manifold, 3 individual throttles, and a sporty exhaust pipe. That's perfect. Alright, so this is the body that I've chosen, 2003 hatchback, +2 quality on the body and the fixtures. This red color also goes for the brake calipers, that's good. Let's move on. So these are the fixtures that I've chosen. These headlights, the front grille, the twin vents, the front lip, the logo, these side mirrors, and of course the door handle, the fuel filler cap, these taillights, the license plate holder, the logo, and the single exhaust pipe or tip, single exhaust tip. And we have the actually there is no need for antenna, and perfect. So these are all the specs that I've chosen. Front wheel drive, as you can see. Alright, so front wheel drive, dual clutch, 6-speed gearbox, 266 kilometers per hour is the gearbox top speed. But let me do something here. Alright, so I'm gonna keep it 266, and then after finishing everything, I want to check on the lap time, and then go with more than 266 and see if it will make it slower or quicker. So 20 on the spacing, as you can see, which will give me, alright, 20 is perfect, which will give 0 to 100 time in 4.3 seconds, and wheel spin of 3% only, which is good. I'm also using electronic limited slip differential with +1 quality here. Radial semi-slick tires, 205 front and rear, 575 is the tire diameter with 70-inch rims, and 5 on the rear rim offset. I'm using also magnesium rims, +1 quality. Ventilated front disc brakes with 3 pistons, 305mm, and ventilated also in the rear, single piston, 275mm on the size, 54 on the pad type with, let's see the brakes, yes, they are balanced, 75% to the front, 25% to the rear with 0 quality here. We have fully clad under tray, cooling flaps, 100 on the front lip, 50, but there is no rear wing, which is I mean, even if I play with this, it will not make any difference. 52 on the engine cooling and 100 on the brake cooling. +2 quality on the aerodynamics with, yes, you are seeing it correctly, a single seat only, because this is a track car, this is a track day car, which will not carry any passengers. Basic interior, no entertainment system, 0 quality. Let me tell you something, there was an update actually before that made the sport option much lighter than the basic option, but they made also another update recently, and they pulled it back as it used to be before, which means basic interior is the lightest option here, not sport anymore. So if you want to go with extreme lightweight, go with basic like before. No entertainment system, 0 quality here. Electronic variable power steering, electronic stability control plus launch control. I actually don't see why we need launch control, but alright, it's there. Standard 2000 safety equipment with 0 quality. We have active sport springs, semi-active dampers, and passive sway bars with a very much custom suspension setup. Let me just check on something here. Alright, so more camber, more negative camber will give me more edge. That's good. Positive camber in the rear. Spring stiffness, alright, softened it a little bit. Alright, harden the front, soften the rear a little bit. The damper's perfect, and the sway bars are perfect. The ride height is just perfect also, and that will give my friend 100% on sportiness values. 100%, that's perfect. So as you can see, the top speed of the car is 264 kilometers per hour, 0 to 100 in 4.3 seconds, a quarter mile in 12.06, which is very quick for a front wheel drive hatchback. But remember, this is not a drag racing car, this is a track day car. No brake fading, stopping distance is perfect. We have an active front downforce. The power to weight ratio is very good actually, because the car is very lightweight, 828.6 kilograms, extremely lightweight. Load capacity is good actually, even because it's very low. I mean, it's very low, and the load capacity is perfect. And yes, this is not a towing machine, so no, you cannot tow anything. And it can do 38.7 miles per gallon, which is good. Emissions are extremely low, which is also good. Drivable, anyone can drive it. It's very sporty. It's not comfortable at all because it's a track day car. It's not really that prestigious, but it's safe. It has it has no other seats, only a single seat, a single seat, and still managed to pull 19.8 practicality points and 17.9 utility points. Reliability, the car is reliable. Environmental resistance is very good, not bad at all. And it will cost you, with 10% profits to the company, $19,132, and that's very good. All right, so let's go to the test track and try it out. As you can see, I already run it with 1 minute 17.64. Let's try it again. So we have 1 minute 17.61, which is really quick. I mean, this is a perfect track day car, especially if you're driving on a short test track or a medium-sized track, because like for example 300 horsepower is very good, but if you are up against like 500 horsepower cars, yes, you will be demolished, but remember, this is a handling car, so if you are going on a track with a lot of corners and twists, you will have the advantage against heavy powerful V8 cars or modern V8s. But if you are using this car like on, I'm not actually an expert in when it comes to test tracks, so let's say maybe Le Mans, because like I play Forza a lot, because I love the Le Mans test track, the 24 hours, you know, that straight line, that amazing straight line. Yes, if you are using this car on that test track, no, you will lose immediately, because everyone will just pass you. But like for example, if you are using it like on, where is it, Laguna Seca maybe, or let's see, what are my favorite test tracks? Laguna Seca and Silverstone. What else? I mean, I like a lot of test tracks on the top of my head. The Motobi Twin Ring. Maybe this will work or not, but yeah, you get the point. This is a handling car. This car has designed to attack corners, not to attack straight lines. But it's very good in a straight line. Like for example, from here to this corner, before the corner here, it will actually achieve like 186, 190 kilometers per hour, which is really quick in this short distance here. Alright, so let's go to the automation test track, because as always I'm interested in this straight line here to see how much of a speed we will reach. Let's go. This car is awesome. I mean, have you seen the top speed here? Not the top speed, the speed that we have reached here. It's like 242 kilometers per hour. I mean, nearly to the vehicle top speed, which is really awesome. And it did it again 220 kilometers per hour here before the corner, and it did achieve like 160 kilometers per hour here in this short straight line here, which is really awesome. And as you can see, 155 kilometers per hour from here to here. I mean, the car cornered here on, let's say, 50 kilometers per hour or 55 kilometers per hour, and then put your foot down and all the way 155 kilometers per hour. That's very quick, and 2 minutes 09.67 for a 300 horsepower lightweight track car. This is absolutely amazing. I mean, really quick. And as you saw on the Top Gear test track, 117.65, something like this, and which is really quick. Look at it. It looks hideous actually. It looks like a family hatchback. Like if you have this, like if you can take this to the test track, and if you can keep the windows tinted like this, black, so no one can see absolutely anything inside it. It will be like a sleeper. I mean, no one can expect that this looking hideous looking hatchback, people will look at it and think, oh, this is an electric car maybe, or a hybrid or something, because it looks really small, and people will think that this vehicle has been designed to save fuel. Actually, it's not bad. I mean, it can save fuel 38.7 miles per gallon, which is really good. And when you put your foot down, 300 horsepower with this tiny bit of weight and this cornering power, it will amaze people. It will actually surprise people. Of course, no, this is not a sleeper car. No, you cannot overtake Lamborghinis and wherever in a straight line. Of course not. But around corners, no one will catch you. That's very awesome. A very awesome little car, and it will cost you like nothing. Only $19,132, which is like extremely cheap. I mean, you can buy a used car in this amount of money, and it will be broken and you have to fix it. But this one, if you are looking for a true fun car, like you want to keep it in your garage and take it on the weekends to a test track, oh my god, you will enjoy your time over there. People will arrive in Corvettes, Camaros, Porsches, Nissan GTRs, and yes, you will arrive in this, and people will laugh at you actually, but they don't know what kind of a secret weapon you have here. A 300 horsepower monster. People will think, oh, this car, and he will tell actually people, my car has a 3-cylinder engine, a 3-cylinder turbo, and they will laugh so hard because they will think that the engine is making like 40-60 horsepower, and then you will surprise them with a 300 horsepower monster. An absolute perfect car. I really wish that maybe companies will start to sell like in a country or in a city that has like, let's say, like for example in Britain there's this what kind of test tracks in Britain? I think Silverstone, I think, and I don't actually remember them. I used to know them, like, but especially when I used to watch Top Gear. But you get the point. Like there are some cities and some countries with a lot of test tracks and racing test tracks and racing circuits, and in these countries this car will be a perfect option. Like if a company wants to sell this kind of vehicle. I mean, yes, it's a stupid idea and no one will actually buy it except for like racing drivers or car enthusiasts, but it's an absolute amazing idea. And yes, I sound really silly when I said that this car should be put to sale, because no, it will not pass the government regulations because of the lack of safety maybe. And although it has safety equipments to it, but still a racing car. I mean, of course, the suspension setup, the engine sound restrictions and whatever, all of this will not pass by the government inspections, but still a very amazing car. It's a really amazing car. So thank you so much guys for watching. I know this has been a very long video, but I'm really impressed with the end result. So if you enjoyed this car, if you enjoyed the experience, and if you really like it, please hit that like button. Get subscribed if you are new to the channel, and watch all my previous videos, because I promise you will like them. Like I have more than 640 automation videos, like any possible engine maybe you will think of, except the RB engines and the 2JZ engines, because we are twin turbocharged inline 6, which is currently not supported by automation. But basically, like every other engine you can think of, like I already made it. So thank you so much for watching, guys. As always, you can get added on my Snapchat group for the channel. If you want to chat with all of the fans or request a video, you can add my Snapchat, which is Lord Bass94 or Lord BAS94. You can find the snap code on the channel if you want to screenshot it, or if you want to capture it. So thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna see you very soon, and goodbye for now, my friends.